Wade, how do you react to that?
I think you have to. First thing I have to do is congratulate Alvechurch. I think anything I try and say in mitigation will sound like I'm trying to detract from them, which isn't the case at all. I think any upset, you need certain things to go your way. Credit to them, they had the quality to capitalise on it. We didn't, and ultimately, gap in the level. They take the chances, we don't take our chances. The gap in the level becomes smaller and smaller, and we're on the end of an upset, and it's not nice. And we're gonna have to suffer it and suck it up.
Was it a case of them playing well and you playing poorly?
I thought they played well. I wouldn't say we played poorly. I think we had more than enough chances to have put the game to bed. Like I said, we haven't taken them. We've made some errors, which has given them a sniff. They've been able to take it, and then it becomes a really difficult game.
So overall, how satisfied are you with the performance?
We've just been knocked out of the cup by Alvechurch, so I wouldn't say I'm satisfied with the performance. I think there's a lot of things that we can and we need to do better. I don't think nobody's shying away from that. Did we do enough to get someone out of the game in terms of chances? Yeah, we probably did, but that doesn't mean that I'm satisfied with the performance.
There was an incident in the second half when Christian Norton thought he may have scored. How did you see that?
It looked a fair way over from where I was, but I'm in the dugout. I'm a bit away from the incident. The linesman said to me, if I'm honest, he looked a bit sheepish, but he said to me that there's 3 people in the way and he can't see it. So I suppose if he can't see it, he can't give it.
And obviously you had a further blow when, having had your substitution events, Ryan Jackson, perhaps come off. Any early news on Ryan?
No, his back spasmed. There's no one around him, and it doesn't look good. But that's what I'm saying at this point. When you ask me the first question, that's, we've had chances. We ended up with 10 men through an injury. We've had the one off the line. I don't want to put. I think it's probably wrong to talk about that because it covers over and detracts from the story, which is Alvechurch coming here and winning the game.
What do you say to players at the full-time whistle?
Say to them that we're going to have to go away and digest it. We're going to have to learn the lessons from it, but strap yourselves in because it's not going to be nice for. I don't think the week ahead or the next few days or the week's going to be nice for any of us. And obviously, regardless of performance or anything else, we are going to be open to criticism, so we're going to have to wear that and take it on the chin.
You've been in football long enough, Wade, to know unfortunately some of that criticism is going to be directed at you. How do you react to that?
Like I just said to you, I have to be. I'm here to be shot at. If we get knocked out of the cup with the greatest respect to Alvechurch, if we get knocked out of the cup to them at home, I'm going to expect criticism. So I think that comes with the territory.
What's your message to the fans?
Message to the fans is I appreciate that they want to see us doing better, that they come here and they expect a performance, they expect a result. We're trying every day. We're trying every day to get better and keep improving. It's a young team that I think you could see the pressure of having to get a result affected one or two of them, and they tensed up and they weren't quite able to. The decision making went a little bit awry. They weren't quite as free with their football as they could have been because it's a whole new situation for one or two of them. The expectation and the pressure of having to win and being expected to win, and the fear that comes with feel that comes with it when you go a goal behind. But all we can do is keep working to make ourselves better and look back at the performance, look at the prep openly, objectively, and see how we can keep getting better. And as horrible and as nasty as the experience is, see if we can get better off the back of it.
And I take no pleasure in having to ask this question, Wade, but you understand that I do. How do you respond to fans who say, we're not sure whether Wade's the right man to take us forward?
I would, like I just said to you, if we've just been knocked out the cup by a low-ranked team, then they're going to ask the question, obviously. But I'd say I would say a cup upset doesn't make me a bad manager. I think over the course of my tenure and when I've been in, I'd step back, look at objectively what we've done, the challenges that we've had. Obviously, this is a horrible day, but if you can strip it back, I generally think we're doing a decent job. I can't stand here in front of you and say we're doing a stellar job, or we're ripping up trees, or we're massively exceeding expectations, but I think we're doing a steady job. And it's not an easy thing to say when you've just been beaten by Alvechurch at home. I can understand how that might divide opinion, but I won't be the first manager to be on the end of an upset. I won't be the last, and there'll be a lot better managers than me that have been through this.
And how, over the coming days, do you work with your squad to make sure this isn't, a season-defining moment?
Well, I think one thing they have shown is that we've been able to react to adversity. So we had a horrible start to the season. I think there were questions being asked after 3 or 4 games, and the players showed they were together, showed that they were prepared to scrap and fight and work hard and get themselves out of a corner, and we're going to have to do it again.
Wade, thanks so much indeed.
Thank you.
Does it feel like 2 small steps forward since the Burton game, but then a big step back again now after today?
I think it's early. I think that's probably one to reflect on over the next day or 2, John. I think once we've watched the game back and we thought about how we prepped and how this has left the players mentally, I think we'll have to assess that over the next day or 2.
Apart from not taking more than 1 chance, what else didn't you feel like you did well enough today?
I think the game's been defined by the 2 boxes. We've made a couple of errors. They've capitalised on it, scored 2 goals. We've made some chances and haven't taken them. So yeah, certainly we could have been better in both boxes.
If Alfie and Dan, the names and the subs, obviously they must be fit enough, and they both came on. But were you hoping not to need to bring Alfie straight back on today?
No, we would have. I want to build Alfie's minutes up, so ideally we would have given him a little bit of time. But no, you go and return into him out of necessity rather than us being in control of when and how we use him.
He was very fired up, probably partly because of the situation of the game, but I don't know what it was that got him so riled, but he almost talked himself into trouble today, didn't he?
No, I think Alfie's all in. He's a big part of what we're trying to do. He's one of the senior ones that we've given responsibility to drive it, and he's taken it up. I think we're seeing Alfie's invested in it. He's desperate for the team and the club and everybody to do well, and that's what's manifested itself in his passion on the pitch.
Yeah, you've already said about how you'll deal with it. How confident you are the character in the players to respond to that sort of result rather than the performance, but the outcome.
Say that again, please.
How confident are you the players have got the character to come back from a result like that?
I've got no reservations about their character at all. yeah, they'll give us everything. They'll give you absolutely everything. They're and as much as obviously everybody's hurting, it affects them more than anybody. So no, they're hurting there, and they'll give you absolutely everything. Like I said to you, it's a young group that hasn't been through it. We'll have to help them learn and get better for the experience.
Taylor Perry injured?
TP just felt his hamstring right at the end of yesterday's session. Nothing major, but obviously we couldn't risk him and turn a 3-dayer into a 3-weeker.
Cheers, Wade.
Cheers.